perceiving for us this evening. What is your name?
Kendra.
Kendra. This is a little exercise done for your eyes only, but you'll verify for everyone else what's going on. Two pictures. Over on this side is a picture of a duck, yes?
Yes.
Okay, and on this side a picture of a rabbit.
Yes.
Fair enough. Hold your hands out, palm up in front of you, and I'll place these down on your hands. Now, which one was the duck? The duck was over on your left, and the rabbit was over on your right. Here comes the magic part. I say that they will change places. And over here where we had the duck is now?
A rabbit.
A rabbit. And over here?
A duck.
The duck. Well, as I explained a moment ago, magic is largely a game of perception. In fact, there is a duck over here and a rabbit over here, and vice versa.
You know, magicians have to know how this wonderful combination...
Today, on television and stage around the world, there is Max Maven, who bills himself as Max Maven.
We have one card left, and in order to get to that, we started with a pack of 53, shuffled not only by myself, but by members of this audience. From that shuffle deck, you took as many or as few as you wanted from wherever you wanted. You mixed them yet again behind my back. I have been standing here with my back to you, and I have called them out in the order you have thought of them with reasonable accuracy. We are down to one card. Don't fail me now. It is black. It is a spade. Don't say anything, just listen. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack. 8, 9, 10, Jack. 8, 9, 10. 9, 10. 9, 10. 9 of spades.
Like so many of his predecessors, Max Maven is enigmatic about the true nature of his power.
What I'm doing is a very interesting mix that had pretty strong impact. One of the strongest of these was slate writing, which involved the use of the type of slates that were at that time fairly common in schools for kids to take notes and so forth. And the idea was quite simply that the slates would be examined, and then 2 or more of them would be placed together. And then in between the slates would be put a piece of chalk, which I'll do. And then the sitters would ask questions, hoping that some dear lost relative would contact them back. And after a while, the slates would be examined. And if there was a message, well, that had a pretty strong impact. Imagine that your relative had passed away and that you had requested that they make contact back, and they had something to tell you. This is a padlock. It is currently locked. And I'm going to give you 3 keys. You may choose any one you like. Try the key in the lock. Go ahead, put it into the hole of the lock. Now, it does fit, they all do. But if you turn it and the lock clicks open, that means it's the working key. If, on the other hand, you turn it and it only keeps turning, then obviously it is not the correct key to open the lock, and you may take it out and drop it into the glass. Nicely done. Try another. All right.
For mentalists like Max Maven, who use simple props to achieve inexplicable results, showmanship is vital to every effect.
So in point of fact, we've established that none of the keys work, and that's because I kept the one that does separate from the others. If you'll try it, it's cut almost identically to the other keys, but there's a slight difference, and it just snapped open, and we know that the key does work. Would you take the key out and drop it in with the others? Would you relock the lock? Thanks. Would you take the glass and swirl it around so that we mix the keys, so that you do not know which is the key that opens the lock? Fair enough?
Fair enough.
You don't. Take your seat. 4 keys, only one of which works. Now, if these people were given the opportunity to compare the keys, analyze and examine them, they might be able to figure out which is the one cut differently. They don't get that chance. Instead, I'll ask you, please, to take one key. Any one. would you take one of the remaining keys? And would you take one of the remaining keys? And the last one is for you. One of the keys will open this lock. And this is a test, not of my intuitive skills, but of theirs. Because the four of you are going to stare at that lock, holding your chosen key, until you sense whether you have the key that works. And if you'll put some effort into this, I assure you that a few moments from now, one of you is going to realize that you are holding the proper key. And at that moment, do not hesitate. Stand up and walk over to the lock. Don't look at me. Look at the lock. Trust your intuitive abilities. And when you feel that sensation that tells you you are holding the key that works, stand up and come here. Don't look to me for guidance. Trust your intuitive skills. Close your eyes if you think it'll be easier, but Now, you got a feeling that this might be the right key. Put the key in the lock, but don't turn it. We know they all fit. In a moment, I'll ask you to turn it, and if it simply turns round, well, so much for your intuitive skills. On the other hand, if there's that reassuring click and the lock opens up, then you've done it. Go ahead, give it a try.
Besides showmanship, the ancient skill of storytelling can always make a good effect better.